I see. So the Rose is truly just building this garrison for Falcon Reach's protection. Magus Hansa seems reasonable, if somewhat zealous. Perhaps if you can speak with her, she would be willing to share more. You should be able to find her in the Stone Rose Fort. Be careful. This could potentially be incredibly dangerous. Once you've spoken with her, just make your way out of the fort the same way you came in.
A book, The Nature of Magic. It was the property of Yania, apprentice of Brump. The leyline theory. The most accepted theoretical model of magic in the Kingdom of Greengard is the leyline model. Other cultures and fringe researchers across lore have come up with their own theories, but this is the model that has been taught for thousands of years. Mana on lore is contained in ley lines which spiderweb across and throughout the planet. Where these ley lines intersect are considered nexuses of mana which act as reservoirs. Towns and cities tend to be built on such locations of power. To perform feats of magic, a mage must draw on the mana contained in one of lore's ley lines or nexuses. Drawing from ley lines. In controlled amounts, mana can be safely drawn from normal nexuses and ley lines. The amount possible seems to be dependent on the mage in question. More powerful mages are able to coax more mana for use, although whether an individual's maximum amount is a result of training or natural ability is still unknown. The largest nexus is the center of the planet, referred to as the mana core. It contains the most pure mana available, as it is likely the conflux of all ley lines. As it is buried so deeply within lore as of yet, none have been able to attempt to draw directly from it. Students must be careful to not overstress themselves when drawing mana from ley lines. Drawing more mana than one is capable of using often results in unpredictable effects, from exhaustion to spontaneous combustion to loss of limbs, life or sanity. Focus stones. It is possible, although difficult, as most endeavors tend to be with magic, to store mana in specialized receptacles. Such batteries are known as focus stones. Focus stones can be drawn on, much like ley lines and nexuses, reinvigorating their owners with their stored mana reserves when exhausted. However, creating these miniature nexuses is a tricky task that leaves many an experienced mage comatose or drained for long periods of time. Conclusion. The study of the nature of magic on lore is a deadly, dangerous, life-changing and rewarding field. Those mages that find themselves lucky enough to master the flow of mana are few and far between, and unlikely to share their secrets. Unfortunately, much research has been lost to time and disaster, and so further exploration of ley lines and other theories of magic must be left to those who are brave enough to risk their lives in search of greater understanding.
I thought I heard a commotion.
Magus Hansa, I presume?
You are correct. And you are? Wait. Let me guess. Even with the loss of the gift of sight, I can still sense how one has focused the magic they were cursed with. And I sense great power from you. Power, hesitation, and confusion. You must be Deki. And if you are here, then you must be looking for answers. Interesting. Ask away.
What is the Rose doing? What are you trying to accomplish?
We are protecting the people of Greengard, of lore, from the atrocities of magic and magical creatures. We bear no ill will toward any of our guests. However, some of our members turn out quite overzealous. I do my best to control them, but I can understand their frustrations, their pain. Can't you? Lady Yanya is doing her best to formulate an end to this plague. The people of Lore would no longer need fear for their homes and family. Their loved ones would never rise from the dead to attack, or be stolen away to be sacrificed. Their sight will never be stolen by an errant spell.
But people are afraid of the rose. From what I've heard, you're doing more harm than good.
That sounds like a very Falconreach sentiment. They don't understand how much magic harms those around them. They refuse to comprehend the threat that thrives in their midst. But worry not. Our orders are to leave Falconreach be. Direct orders from King Altian. I leave it to Lady Yanya to negotiate the details.
What are you planning next? All this preparation can't just be for show.
You think I would just tell you? That I would share all of our secrets? You are still a variable, Dekia, an unknown. Are you a threat or an asset?
I'm just trying to find out what's going on.
Lady Yanya may not approve, but I'd like to show you the good of our work, what the Rose has already done for the Kingdom of Greengard. I've been called to lead a contingent of soldiers into the Sandsea. You're welcome to follow, and find out for yourself how the Rose acts for the benefit and protection of all.
So I can just leave now? You're not going to try and stop me?
You've done nothing wrong, besides giving some recruits valuable training experience. I will have to send word to Swordhaven, however. Lady Yanya will be most interested to learn that you're active again. Now please, try not to harm too many of our recruits on your way out. Most of the ones here are new to the cause.
Hey, your hood's down!
Yes. It was getting stuffy in there. I'm kidding. To be honest, I wasn't sure how much I could trust you before. You've been frozen for so long. What if you changed? But I can see that you're still the Dekia I remember.
Who are you?
Wow, I cut my hair and put on a hat and you don't recognize your old friend Verbena? That's probably a good thing, actually. The Rose has no idea who I really am either.
It's good to see you again.
Thank goodness. I was hoping your brain would have started to thaw out by now. Maybe we can find someone to hit you over the head with a hammer. You know, there have been rumors out of Orkula. Sorry. That probably wouldn't actually help. But I look forward to working with you once again, Dekia.
Likewise.
I've done some digging of my own. Apparently, the Rose has come across something new in their search for Sekdot's remains. Do you remember Sekdot? The ancient emperor of the Sandsea who once held the Light Orb? Well, it turns out, after you took the Light Orb, he still maintained a sizable portion of his power. You had other orbs to find, other enemies to fight. I know, Dekia. Your involvement in the Sandsea, taking the orb, did help reinvigorate the revolution though. In time, the Rose joined with the rebels, and together, they overthrew Sekdot. But he escaped. He was never brought to justice. The Rose has been searching for him ever since, and if Hansa has been tasked with the job, it's likely something has been discovered. I wasn't chosen to go, so you have to follow Hansa on your own.
The Rose is welcome in the Sandsea?
The rose is welcome in many places. For all the good that can be accomplished with magic, all the beauty it creates, a lot of Greengard has only seen the evil it can do. It's obviously a much more complex issue, but it explains why many accept them with open arms. My father, the king, supports Lady Yanya almost unquestioningly. I want to understand why. After all I've experienced, all the good that I know magic brings with it, and with what I know has been done in the name of the rose, I cannot find myself agreeing with the rose. But you should head to the Sandsea. See how the rose operates with your own eyes. Halt! I'm sorry, but no one is allowed to go into the pyramid at this time. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous? I thought Sekirvat was overthrown.
That may be so, but he has left behind special gifts for those who toppled him from power. There are countless traps and other dangers of magical nature. Until we complete our assessment, we cannot allow anyone to wander too far from town, or into the pyramid itself.
I'm not afraid of a little danger. I've done my fair share of adventuring, you know.
There are undead inside, persistent one. It would be irresponsible of me to let you pass, experience or not.
Oh, it's just undead? That's no problem at all. I could help you clear out the pyramid if you'd like. I probably have a weapon or spell.
This town is under the protection of Delos. If you are a magic user who is wandered in, you should know not to cause any trouble, unless you don't know what's good for you.
Are you threatening me?
That's enough. Stand down, guard. You see, is it? This lift worker ain't with us, Magus. I know. But he is here by my personal invitation.
This is how the Rose treats strangers looking to help?
Even as a blind mage, I still seem to see more clearly than you. You approached a restricted area, brimming with magic. A potential threat. Potential. You see me. This Riftwalker is of no danger to the townspeople or us. Perhaps he can help us clear out the surrounding desert of danger.
I'll see about these dangers then. Maybe I can find out what happened to Sekirvat. The... Well, At least this cold, hard stone floor softened the impact. And so we meet once again, Dekia. So, Sect what? This is your new Grand Palace? Indeed it is. Please excuse my lack of hospitality. I'm afraid my servants were unable to come with. What a pity. You're looking quite well, healthy, alive. Are we really doing the small talk thing? I'm just ready to put a final end to your unnatural reign. No empathy? Look at me. Powerless. It's because of you that I'm in this state. Unlocking the power of the light orb provided me with eternal life as a lich, but your unthinking destruction of the orb sped up my decay. And then this Rose movement marches into my empire. With the advent of this pesky anti-magic movement, I've had to make compromises. Too many compromises. You would sacrifice the people of the Sandsea to make yourself immortal once more. You deserved whatever you got. Even without the Rose, the rebellion would have tossed you out. Zoom would have seen to that. Ah yes, and haven't you even wondered what happened to your magical, half-elfish ranger friend? Zoom wasn't a mage. The Sand Elves were nomadic caretakers roaming over the Sandsea long before I arrived. When building this Guardian Tower of Light, they drew water from the sand, formed the stones, killed the vermin. Such simple things, but done with such ease, such grace. They became such wonderful allies, loyal soldiers. They were beautiful people. Even a half-elf child carried their natural magic. Wait. Are you saying that Zoom is one of my descendants? Even when I sacrificed most of my Elven Palace guards to first extend my life as a lich, I spared my children, and watched over the years as the remains of my human line continued, and forgot their link to me. Watched as the last of the elves died out, to bandits, to guards, or to the ravages of a desert with its caretakers gone. It was so amusing to see the last of my line after you turned him into a rebel come with you to attempt to destroy me. I turned him into a rebel? It was your own monster that you sent to kill both of us, to kill the winner of your little showdown. In my desire for life, I couldn't even risk letting the last of my own line take away my chance to live again. So where is Zoom? What did you do? I did nothing. The magic that was your friend, that was my last descendant, was smothered by the thorns of the rose. What's left of my humanity weeps. No, I can't believe it. Zoom has to be out there. If you are still around, do you really think I would be alive in my present state? You shouldn't be. I certainly won't be for very much longer. That's still longer than you deserve. As I get closer and closer to the event that I, in all my glory and power, try to hold off, I'm remembering. Deposed as Emperor, hiding like vermin in ruins, I can do nothing but remember. My error was much greater than turning myself into a lich and denying myself the pleasures of living. It was being seduced by the power of the light orb and promise of a longer life when I didn't truly appreciate the one I was living. You don't really think I'm going to fall for that, do you? There's nothing to fall for. I have no need of your sympathy, only your help. Why would I help you? The last time I saw you, you tried to kill me. I want revenge for my last descendant. I want to deal a blow to the Rose and deny them the power they're seeking in my pyramid. Is that what they're doing in there? Looking for power? The last of the items required for the sacrifice you stopped before rests at the apex of my palace in the Sandsea, my pyramid. There's still quite a few items of great power within, yet only a few paltry traps keep them out of the hands of our mutual foes. I certainly won't bring anything back here to you. I don't want you to bring me anything. I want you to go into my palace and destroy those last remnants of my power. Now, let me tell you about some of the more discreet underground passages into my pyramid. Ow, ow. It's only a matter of time, my child. Only a matter of time.
You were warned not to enter the pyramid.
Yes, because it was too dangerous. You neglected to mention the magical artifacts you were trying to recover inside.
It's the palace of a light lich. Of course it's full of magical artifacts. Also magical traps. And magical sand and undead guards. Magical undead guards. The entire thing is a giant pyramid of danger. And yet here you stand, unashamed of the peril you put us all in. What have you done, Dekia?
I did what I had to.
Had to? Had to? The amount of light magic that was just released. There was a reason why we were being careful inside the pyramid. We needed to secure anything so potentially powerful.
Exactly. Now it's released. Neither Sekdwad nor the Rose can use it now.
Is that what you really think? Where do you think that magic came from? All that light magic needed to turn the life force of 100 enemies into a new life for a dead husk. I know not what kind of artifact you tampered with, but that magic must have been connected to Sekdwad himself.
And now that power has been released, no one can use it now.
I can't believe this. Are you even listening? The magic inside it was his. You just returned it to Sekdwad.
But
I can read your trepidation as clear as day. You know where the lich is. We have to stop him.
I don't trust either of you. How do I know what you're telling me is true?
Are you coming, Dekia, to right your wrongs? Or shall we clean up after your mess, as so many others have done before?
Ah, my favorite hero. It's a pleasant night for a walk, isn't it? You've double-crossed me for the last time, Segdwat. Such indignation. I'm hurt. And who is your lovely friend? You must introduce me to such an appetizing rose, Magus.
I'm not another pawn for you to extract life from, vampire. The rose has come to put an end to you.
Vampire? I do not steal fluids in the dead of night, slinking through the shadows. I am the Emperor of the Sandsea. I take what is mine. Zoom! But you said he was dead! I never, Dekia. Although your rose friends would have done much, much worse, I'm sure. What have you done to him? I've simply extracted my price for keeping him safe.
He must have been unable to draw from his stored magic after being deposed, which means he resorted to using this one's life to extend his own. He's stolen years of your friend's life away.
As Emperor, they were mine to take. Monster! You ally yourself with one who wouldn't have taken years, Dekia. Your rose would have ended him.
You assume too much. Our mission is to prevent the misuse of magic. To stop the abuses that monsters like yourself have heaped upon the innocent people of Lore. I do not kill indiscriminately.
Oh, my dear, I'm sure you're righteous enough in your idealistic dreams. But the ones who came before, not so picky. Regardless. If my life isn't going to be restored, then I shall embrace my own death. I will burn the life and power out of any whom I deem worthy. Starting with my favorite hero. Ah!
I will not let you hurt my human.
And so the dragon appears. Come, I have a little special treat for you, little one. Just like your hero, you act on impulse, but no matter, you will join each other in eternity soon. Let me borrow some of that fire, small one. No, Bakia! Bakia, are you okay? Now this truly befits an emperor.
Just another fly to sweat.
I'm fine. That pile of rags can't even begin to stop me. Let me at him.
Alright, so I've already been trying to do the Titan fight on extreme mode, but it's proven to be very difficult, maybe even too difficult, but I don't want to end this final fight on a non-extreme version, so maybe we can do the extreme version in the hand-to-hand combat variant. We can fight alongside Hansa, which is nice, and we'll just give this a shot. Okay, Sekdwart. Very nice, very big, very glowy. We can't stun him, and he's resistant to light and darkness for now. So it might actually be safest to just defend, would it? We'll play it safe this time around. Our dragon is quite beefed up right now. He's grown to the teenage form, or at least the form he's grown. Which cost like 10,000 gold, but probably it was worth it because now we can use this right side of the skills, and because we have actually been feeding our dragon regularly, he has a lot of fighting power now, which means we can use the outrage skill, which we will do directly at the start of the battle before Sekdwart has any chance of defending himself against us. And then we'll see what Magus Hansa can do. Look into yourself, that sounds very nice. Yeah, that looked like she looked into herself alright. Okay, and she's being destroyed in the first turn, okay. We'll power up then while we hit him. It does not look like he has defended yet, if I'm right. No, okay, we can still hit him. We'll add some more damage over time using Bakuya then. Okay, Hansa, should we heal? No, we're just going to attack. Nice hit, very well done, thank you. Yes, focus on us while we can defend, so Hansa can survive, and we can survive. Maybe actually that's way more important. We'll do the double and the triple strike, or I mean the multiple and the multiple strike. Yeah, okay, this turn isn't going to work, but why not try? And Hansa can erupt. Some nice damage. Good, he misses. You can do even more damage now. I hope he doesn't heal, because we're doing actually quite well. A lot better than I expected actually. Yeah. Maybe we can beat him in extreme form after all. Okay, blast him, Hansa. She's affected by fear, so she's stunned, I suppose. But her than us, am I right? We'll reduce his damage, and then we can defend again next turn. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Why did I do that? It's fine. It's fine, we're going to beat him anyway. We're very powerful, of course. We're the hero of the story. I bet even Hansa is going to make it. Let's do the final and up our Rift Cutter boost then again. Let's not defend, since we just weakened him. Let's just try to destroy him before he can touch us and probably kill us in 2 turns. Hansa's still alive! Oh my god! Okay, okay, I kind of feel bad for Hansa being our meat shield here, so I suppose we should heal her. I hope she survives. I actually hope he attacks us this turn. Hansa, come on! We can finish him off before we lose our ally. He's going down this turn. I wanted to heal with the potion here, but she can take him down, right? Come on. Yeah, nice!
So this is your famous dragon. I can sense that it's a lot like you.
Zoom, how are you feeling? Are you alright? Yes, my friend. I haven't felt so alive in years. Thank you, Dekia. I don't believe I called your name.
Magus Hansa of the Rose.
I must thank you as well, although I cannot extend that thanks to your organization.
I take it the Lich was not inaccurate when he mentioned that he saved you from the Rose, then?
It was not by my choice. However, caught between the rose and Segduat, my attention was split. I was plucked away and imprisoned by his magic when he saw his inevitable defeat. Had the rose not interfered, the rebels and I would have only had to worry about a single front.
I understand. Would you be amicable to come with me for more thorough questioning? I would merely like to learn more information about Segduat and his pyramid, so that we may safely contain any remaining dangers within.
Zoom, don't! The rose has been...
Have I imprisoned you, Dekia? Have I turned you into Lady Yanya? Even after your inexcusable blunder here, have I offended you somehow? No. Kidnappings and unjust imprisonment are not part of the role that Lady Yanya envisions. You would do well to remember that.
Don't worry, Dekia. I can take care of a few Rose members if things get out of hand.
Unless there's anything else, you're free to go, Dekia. The Rose will stay and secure the area. We don't need you around to revive another lich.
Aye.
Watch yourself, Dekia.
Take care, Zoom. You as well, my friend.
I just heard the report from the Sandsea. It sounds like they found Segduat's remains and neutralized him. There wasn't many mention of your involvement though. However, with Magus Hansa's absence from the Rosewood fortifications, tensions have increased with Falconreach. I'm sure Magus Hansa downplayed the awful things that members of the Rose have been doing, so you may have to find a new source. What if... yes, you could try to locate the Wind. They're a secretive resistance group of magical creatures who have been opposing the Rose for some time now. I'm not sure where their headquarters are located though. Seek out the Wind and learn the truth. Learn what the Rose is hiding behind their flowery words and idealism.
Yes, we'll definitely do that, although I think we really should stop by an old friend first. Also, quite soon I will be uploading a video which I've been working on as a side project for the past year, and which is now almost complete. It's definitely the best, most important video I've ever made, and probably also ever will make. I'm really proud of it. It's about ethics. I'll probably call it How to Be a Good Person, and I would appreciate it immensely if you were to watch that video as well. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.